kids, it's Teacher Jay. Where in the world is Teacher Jay today? I'm going to give you some facts, and you know I'll provide some clues. You have to decide where in the world I am. Now, in this city is a bridge called the Golden Gate Bridge. Actually, it's right here behind me. The funny thing is, it's not golden at all. The color of the bridge is burnt orange. The reason why it's called the Golden Gate Bridge is because the expanse between this city and Marin is called the Golden Gate. Let's have a look and see what's over here. Now, this building over here is called the Palace of Fine Arts. It's a leftover relic from the World's Fair. And as we continue walking, if you don't like stuff that's old, here's something you might enjoy, a place called Pier 39. You can go watch the barking sea lions, and you can even hunt for oysters in the shell. Here at the pier, they have a carousel, an aquarium, and even street performers. And something you can see from here is a very famous prison. It's called Alcatraz, and it was originally built as a fort during the Civil War. Then it became a prison, and it was famous and said to have been impossible to escape from. Something else you can see down here at the pier is a place called the Exploratorium, which has many interactive exhibits, and it's really fun for kids and mom and dads too. So I'm up this really steep hill behind the Exploratorium, and there's a tower here called Coit Tower. This is a memorial to honor the firemen who fought in some great fires back in this city. The greatest of which was back in 1906, and the fire was the result of a humongous earthquake. This place is often known for earthquakes, even though there's only a major earthquake about every 100 years. They have a lot of small ones. As we travel further down the Embarcadero, which is the waterfront here, we run into a stadium where the Giants play. And if you keep on moving in the same direction, you run into yet another stadium where the famous basketball team called the Golden State Warriors play. And there's a football team here called the 49ers. Interesting fact about how the football team got its name: in 1849, there was a gold rush in California, and thousands of prospectors came here during the gold rush, many of them by boat. And they left their boats behind, and the city didn't know what to do with them. So the city buried the boats and built the Embarcadero where we're standing right now on top of all those boats. This city is known for its parks. There's over 220 parks in this city. You can't walk more than 10 minutes in any direction without hitting a park. This park, called Alamo Square, is known for the Victorian houses called the Painted Ladies that were featured in a television show called Full House. The most famous park in this city is called Golden Gate Park. So many things to do, so many things to see. You can go horseback riding, you can go rollerblading, you can visit several museums like the Academy of Science and the DeYoung Museum. There's a herd of buffalo here, there's multiple gardens here, there's baseball fields, there's soccer fields, you can play racquetball, and it's an amazing place to ride a bicycle. But the most iconic way to get around in this town is by cable car. What makes a cable car unique is that actually under the streets are these ginormous cables. And the cable car operator hooks onto the cables, and the power of the cable moving underneath the streets is what propels the cable cars around the city. There's some well-known foods from this place, like rice-a-roni. It's also where the fortune cookie was first made in this city's Chinatown. You know, kids, the bread here really is delicious. It's widely believed that this is the tastiest sourdough bread in the entire world. And it gets its unique flavor from the moisture in the climate, which comes from all the fog. And that reminds me of a great verse from the Bible in the book of John, chapter 6, verse 35. And Jesus said to them, I am the bread of life. He who comes to me shall never hunger, and he who believes in me shall never thirst. A moment ago, we were talking about the fog. And it comes here so often and so thick that they actually gave it its own name. They call call it Carl the Fog. And boys and girls, this is the last Where in the World is Teacher Jay? And we just want to say it's important, regardless of where you go in the world, to put your hope and faith and trust in Jesus. Well, our time is up. And for the last time, I will say, where in the world is Teacher Jay? Wait, where am I? I can't see anything. Is there anybody out there? I can't see anything at all. Man, this fog is thick. Hello? Anybody out there? Anybody? Hello? Hello?